I'm Seqkat. Welcome to my channel from seqkatsenlightenenjoyment.com. So I'm here for our weekly reading of Pick a Card reading for the week of May 3rd through May 9th, 2020. Okay, so before we get started, the things that I do, just to let you know, is I do weekly chakra cleansings monthly chakra cleansings on the first Wednesday of the month. And then the other Wednesdays, I do what's called the series of Seqkat's Musings, where I just share wisdom of what I coach and stuff to help you live life in your joys. And then every Sunday, I do your weekly pick a card readings. So yeah, that wraps that up. So there will be timestamps for this. So definitely don't worry about that. You don't have to watch the whole thing. So just take a moment and tune in to the totem that you feel like is pulling and calling to you. And if you feel pulled to one or more totems or all of them, to watch all of them, that is perfectly fine. Just tune in and feel what's right for you. So go ahead and take that moment and tune in and pick the one that's right for you. And you can even pause the video if you need to take your time. Okay, so welcome to the cat totem, if this is the totem that you chose to read. Let's see what you got for your theme of the week. You got to have courage. So it looks like we're going to have to be a little bit strong this week about something and have courage. Or just maybe something new that you want to try and do. And it takes a little bit of courage to do it. So let's see if we can expand on that with a few other cards. Didn't quite check that. Okay, we'll call that one. Okay, yeah, we're beginning something new here, and it looks like we're having a spiritual breakthrough, so that's awesome. So yeah, so starting something new here with the Ace of Sky. Sometimes does require having courage, and I forgot to show you this card, didn't I? My apologies. There's a have courage. So yeah, let's see if we can get, oops, a little bit more. And these are upright, so that is good. That's looking actually good. Let's see if we have one more card here. Ooh, oh wow, we're gonna get a story here. Ooh, oh, okay. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Alright, so we've got the Seven of Sky in reverse. That's when we're getting a little bit of riffraff here and competition, and you're having to fight for what you believe in. And we've got the Sky Tom here in verse 2. Getting a little bit obsessed with what we want to go for here. But oh, we are getting here the King of Fire upright, and that shows success. So whatever you're starting new here is going to be successful. So that looks good. And then you've got your Three of Sea, and that's upright. And that's all about hanging out with friends and family or loved ones. Or maybe, I don't know if you're doing a business, and it's building quality in your relationship, whatever this is related to. So yeah, so I'm not sure what about this riffraff going. Sometimes this could be feeling a little overwhelmed with what you're starting new to. And you kind of have to ask yourself, why did I get into this? What do I want to do? So it could be that since you're starting something new. So that's what I would look at there. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at your progression of the week. That's what's there. Let's see what progression of your week looks for. Okay. So looks like we're out of balance here with the 2 of Earth reverse. And maybe you are a Scorpio or dealing with a Scorpio, or this shows here we need to let something go and that we are attached to it. And perhaps we're even dealing with a little bit of grief here, and that could be pulling us out of balance as well. Let's see if we can get any more with that. Any more information. I'll go ahead and claim this one. Okay, so yeah, here we've got the priest card here in reverse. I like to see this in reverse because when I see it upright, I can kind of see it sometimes constriction and structure and set and paradigm of beliefs. When I see this in reverse, this is like going back to that spiritual breakthrough. You're coming into your spiritual freedom here. So I think coming into your spiritual freedom is good, which can help bring you back into balance once you can let go of whatever it is that the ego is attached to here. And if there's any mourning or grief going on here, definitely be patient with your ego. You're entitled to your feelings. That's what your ego is here to do, to feel. Don't scoff it. Don't hide from those feelings. You have to move through the feelings by experiencing them. It's the quickest way to get through your joy. Hiding them just as things build up, and eventually they're going to come out, and you've got to deal with them at some point anyway. So the best thing to do is when it's here is deal with them right there. So validate your ego's feelings and give it much comfort, and go ahead and allow yourself to feel your way through it, and then you can move into that spiritual breakthrough, which can help bring you into the balance that looks like we're a little bit out of balance right now. And this is what that having that courage is about. And it's like you're starting something new and you're going to have a spiritual breakthrough here. So that's looking pretty good. All right. So now let's look at what lessons that you may be learning this week, or maybe you've already learned in a past situation that is applicable to this week. I know sometimes I will go through something, wow, I remember learning this before, and I just need to remember the basics. So let's see, what lessons we're learning this week. Oh, okay. All right, so it looks like we're dealing with something that maybe we have began or did and kind of felt like we failed in the past. So we're dealing with some failure. And maybe with that failure, maybe we're feeling a little bit trapped. And or you may be a Capricorn or dealing with a Capricorn in this scenario. This is the Capricorn card. So you might want to be looking at that. And maybe this failure is something that you need to let go of as well, too. And have courage. You're having a breakthrough. And remember, your week is looking as though you will be successful. So keep that in mind. We'll see if there's any more cards that want to jump to your lessons, and we sure did. Oh yeah, look at here. You got universal support here. This is kind of like the green's like thumbs up, universe saying go for it. So whatever this new thing is, if you're feeling that joy with the heart's desire, you're getting the universal support to go for it. And it looks like you might be feeling a little trapped with a past failure of trying something. Don't let that rattle you. Have that courage. Keep going because you got the support there. Okay. So let's look at some assistance that can help you this week, whether that be like outside circumstances or maybe a change in your inner attitude. Okay, assistance that will help you this week. Okay, one, I love to see this, is the Sun card. The Sun card, no matter whether it's upright or reversed, means things are going to work out for your highest good. So that's awesome. When it is reversed, it's like right now you can't see how it's going to work out at your greatest good. I can speak maybe. Or it's hard to believe it, but the cards are telling you it is going to work out for your greatest good. So have that courage, and that success is showing up here. So you're going to make it and you're going to do fine. So that's some assistance, is knowing that everything is working out good. And then also taking a little time with the Forest Guide to go within and take some time. This is like a good little card to prompt you to do that inner meditation. Go within, do some little meditation, get yourself calm, get yourself in peace, connect with your higher self, your guides, angels, what have you. And that can really help you this week as you're dealing with letting things emotionally go, and maybe dealing with past failures and feeling somewhat trapped. Oh, and we've got some more cards coming here too with that. Yes, and see, now you're also getting the Grace card. Same thing as the Temperance. This is also Sagittarius, whether you're a Sagittarius or dealing with Sagittarius. But this one, and it's upright too. You can see the waves are crashing in on the kitty cat, but she's got a stone walkway here, or he. So you have sure footing. Even though things look hard right now, you're going to be okay. So this one's telling you the same thing. And this one suggests you to really trust and have faith. Just like this is telling you to have that courage, and the sun card is telling you everything's going to be okay. So that's great. That's really telling you the same thing. And here, it looks like you might be dealing with some apathetic feelings. Things might have been really tough, and you just want, things aren't feeling good. So that's, again, go within, commune with your spirit guides, your higher self, and get yourself back in that balance that we're feeling a little out of whack of here, to help you with that. And then, oh, okay, so then we're also looking at the 10 of Earth here. So like it's a family legacy. So whatever you're building here is this new thing that you're starting. You're building for something good here. So that is looking really good as well too. And then despite this pandemic going on and everything, you've got the World card and you got it up right here, and it's going back to the sun. All is right with the world. Everything is working out for you. So things may feel a little bumpy right now as you're going through some transitional changes, but everything really is working out for you. So to know that as well is some of which will assist you. So it looks like your biggest assistance this week is the inner work, the inner knowing. So that looks good. So now let's look at any possible blockages you may have, or obstacles you might have this week, or affirmations that you're in the flow. Okay, yep, alright, so here we've hit rock bottom with the Ten of Sky, and it's in reverse. This is the ultimate defeat, the worst disparity, the ultimate defeat. And that might be what we're looking at, letting go and feeling like crap and mourning about here. But the good news is you've hit rock bottom. The only way to go left now is go up. So this means things have come to an end that have not been working out, that has been bad for you. And then here you are, you're getting more of that universal support. You're navigating through challenges, and you'll navigate through them with ease. Or it's a possible moving of residence. But looking at the reading, I would say you're navigating through challenges with ease. Whether or not we believe it, we're being told it, you will be successful. Have that courage. So I kind of feel like it's more towards that. But tune in. I had these cards tuned in for each individual. You know who you are. You may be one that is actually moving in residence. And that looks positive. Things are going, if you are the one moving in residence, that looks positive. So you may not feel it, but you are having that universal support. So have that courage. That's what you're being encouraged to do. Have that courage to go for that new. Will be successful. Keep that in mind. But go within and take that time and work through your grief and get yourself back in balance here. Oh, yes, lovely. So here we see too, I love to see this. This is the Seven of Water. And this is, for me, the one where you get to choose your dreams. The dreams that you love, and they come from your higher self, your desires. You're supposed to be going for those desires. And that's what you want to look at. You have choices to make. And you're being supported to do that. You're getting the green light, go from the universe, go for them. That's what you're being supported to do. So yes, you want to look at that and go for those. Okay, we got a couple more cards here too. Here we have the Sky King in reversed. Yeah, he's ringing some bells. Maybe this is showing some places where you are feeling trapped and have felt some failure. This is when we're getting, he's a fair guy, a fair person here when he's upright. But he's not so fair when he's reversed here. He could be tyrannical, abusive. You want to look at that. So I don't know if you're dealing with someone of this nature, or if you were that, but I think if you are dealing with someone of this nature, maybe that's what's come to an end here for you. I do hope so. And that's what can change, but I can definitely see where that's where you could feel like a failure and it's hard and not feeling that support. So that makes sense. but you definitely have that universal support. Surrender to your higher self, surrender to your guides. Keep asking for help, and they will get you through this. And they're reminding you, have that courage. You're getting that spiritual breakthrough. That help is there for you, and they can bring you that outer help too. Just ask for help, and you will be successful. Everything is working out for your highest good. And then here, this one is like about receiving charity. When it's upright, it's symbiotic. Someone's giving charity and someone's receiving it, and it's good for the both of you. Here, when it's reversed, it's maybe someone's taking advantage of it as in offering help, but they've got an ulterior motive. I can say ulterior motive up their sleeve. It'll benefit them more than it'll benefit you, and they have maybe a little sneaky way as to how or why. Or maybe the one receiving charity is taking advantage of it. So you know what position you are in if this is, relative to you, whether or not you're the receiver or the benefactor, or you have someone in your life that you know the situation is going on with. So, and maybe this benefactor is the same person here that you're dealing with, and this is why you're not feeling support. So ask for that help and get that guidance. You've got it. The cards are showing you you're not alone, and you've got the help. You can do this. You definitely can. So yeah, I'll give it a chance to see if there's any more cards that are going to pop here. Okay, I think we're good with this reading. Okay, all right. So if you felt like this reading was relative to you, and you can relate to it, and you would like more clarification on it, I will be doing an extended reading with I was using the Mystical Cat Tarot for this, and the Messenger Oracle for the Oracle cards. And I will be doing the Tarot Familiar to clarify this in the extended reading. And you can get that. The link to that is in the description box below. Very minimal fee. That fee helps support me, and I really appreciate it. And otherwise, if you don't want to do that, if you did feel like this was relative and helpful to you, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, a like. This helps me get my video out into the YouTube world. It's a great way to give me help back. I appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel and would love to join my community, I'd love to have you. So hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. I would love for that too. And if it was relative to you and helpful in any way, I'd love to hear from you in the comments to share. I really appreciate it. So, and this is Lily. Hi, Lily. And she loves to steal my totems. Yes. Okay, so I will hopefully either see you in the extended reading or no, Lily. Extended reading, or perhaps with one of the other totems. Kitty, kitty. Sorry about this. With one of the other totems. Or on a Wednesday chakra cleansing on the 1st of the month, or one of the Wednesday musings. Until next time, much love. Okay, welcome if you chose the Raven totem. And I just cleared the cards from the Cat totem and have them prepared and ready to go for you. So let's see what your theme of the week is. Your theme of the week is A New Day Dawns. And it's reversed, so it's reassuring you, because we may feel like we're stuck in a wave, maybe? Let's see what the cards have to say about that. Give us some more information on that. Whoa, okay, yeah, we're talking. We got a story here. Okay, so A New Day Dawns. Perhaps we've been dealing with feeling a little apathetic, bored with the current situation. Oh, and maybe we are dealing with someone who's a bit oppressive, tyrannical, abusive. I'm not sure what we got going on there. And maybe you are someone who's a master and is teaching other skills, or perhaps you're learning more skills. So it looks like we have a little bit of healing to do, or we're not listening to our intuition. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes here. Make sure we don't have any more. Alright, so this of course is for May 3rd through May 9th, 2020. Alright, your regression of the week. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Alright, so we're a little bit out of alignment with our higher self here with the reversed. Good kitty. But we got something new coming here, moving fast, and or we are dealing with the Cancer, or perhaps you are a Cancer. And something pretty good, so it's in alignment like that. Let's see if we get anything else coming in here. A new day dawns. Yep, something new coming in. That kind of backs that up. But they were in reverse, so I'm not sure if we're ready for this. And back to that intuition here. Same thing here. We need to listen to our intuition. We're being invited with that, with the moon card, and or you're possibly dealing with a Pisces, or you may be a Pisces, and if that is referring to you. We do have these cards relating to all who can hear their own particular messages. So we have them sent out to the world that way. Alright, so see anything more we got on that? Didn't quite jump, almost in. They're not jumpers. Those are flippers. I go for jumpers. No jump. There you go. Okay, there we go. Alright, and it looks like if we're navigating through any challenges, we're going to navigate right through them with grace and ease and not get burned, as you see the kitty cat going through the candles. And or maybe we have a move in residence and it looks positive. If it is a move in residence, that's going well. Something new moving in, that could be relative to that as well. So yeah, so not sure what we're not in alignment with our higher self. I mean, perhaps the extended reading will clarify more on that, and or more of this reading will clarify more of that. Okay, so let's see what lessons you were learning this week, or perhaps you've already learned in a previous learning session that is applicable this week. What? We flip, but we flip right back over. So. Okay, that's a jumper. Oh, nice. We're looking at the happily ever after card here with the Ten of Cups. That's good to see. So, a lesson that we're learning. We either have a happily ever after that is forthcoming if you're learning it, or perhaps you've had a happily ever after before and you're being reminded of something new coming in that you can have a happily ever after again. Okay, here we have the Sea King too. So this is like a loving, caring father type here. So I don't know how this refers to you. Perhaps you know who this person is, and maybe they are playing a role in your happily ever after. And perhaps this card even reflects you. Let's see if there's anything more that we have here. Or maybe this person has helped you in the past and they can help you again, and that's your reminder of this one. Okay, so we're looking at perhaps starting something new, but not quite ready to start that. There could be some delays there. Something new is coming in, but see, we're out of alignment with our higher self or something. So I don't know if we're egoically trying to go for something and our higher self is going, or if something's just being delayed. We do have something new coming in. So maybe this newness is coming in, but it's going to take a minute. And then here you've got the Earth Tome in reverse. So we're looking at, we're missing some family support. This kind of looks like we have some support with some like father figure type. I don't know if that's your exact family. And then, yep, here we are. You are the magician. You are the creator of your life, and you can manifest your dreams, but we are failing to manifest something here. And if we're getting out of alignment with our higher self, that can play a role. Maybe perhaps your ego is getting in the way of something in that regard. It could be not believing. That can play a role in your manifestations, and that's why you're being reminded you can't have your happily ever after. And so you might have to do a little bit of neural rewiring, so to speak, to remind yourself that you can get that I'll be interested to see the extended reading to get some more details on this one. Okay. So, that's your lesson. So, now we're going to look at what help you can receive this week, whether it be a change in your inner attitude or maybe help from outside circumstances or people. Here's tip on the nose. Okay. Alright, so whatever you got going on here, you do have the greens like thumbs like gold. Universe is supporting you on something there. So you have universal help here. That's what that's telling me here. You also have a spiritual break coming in. A spiritual breakthrough. So that's great. That's really great to see. Yeah, very good to see. And interesting, you're lacking family support here. That's a lesson that is either being learned or you're being reminded from the past. Here you have your help, like I told you, you have family support, so perhaps your family can support here. As some nightmares and or visions have come to your forefront, and you're facing or perhaps going through this. This is a bit of a mixed reading here. It's interesting. Maybe you're dealing with a little something here. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get anything else on that one. Yep, here we go. Okay, and then here we have the Sea Queen. Now she has some clairvoyance and clarity. And she's also a loving, nurturing mother type. And again, that could be more family support and or your own clarity coming to mind that can help. So tune in and ask your higher self. You can get some intuitive guidance in that way. So that could be prove as your help as well too. Especially perhaps the mother type can help you with these nightmares and visions, and that's the kind of support you're getting there. And or it's your own tuning in your inner work here. Kind of see that family support sticking with that one there. I'll be very interested in extended reading here. Okay, so now we're looking for either obstacles you're facing this week or affirmations that you're in the flow. Affirmations or obstacles. Obstacles this week or affirmation. You're in flow and or both. Sometimes you get both. They'll tell you what's an obstacle, but you're working good on this way. You got this going in the flow, but here's an obstacle what you're facing. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're being called to something spiritual and our ego is being a little resistant. So we need to listen to our spiritual calling, and that might be where we're out of alignment with our higher self right there. They're showing up. More of the reading is finally showing up. So if you're feeling a tug at your heart, this will give you joy. That's your higher self going, hey, go this way, this will be a joy. And ego likes to go, oh, but no, that's not familiar, that's scary. Am I going to survive this? There's not enough money. I'm going to upset so-and-so. It's going to come up with all the reasons why not to do this. You want to ignore all that. It validates your ego, comforts your ego, but you definitely want to listen to your higher self, because that's the best way to get flow, and that's the best way to lead you to your highest joy. You've been reminded here. You have had a happily ever after before. You can have it again. But you got to heed your higher self. I think that relates to something new coming in. Tune into your higher self. Surrender to your higher self. Hello, kitty. You're not going to do if you steal any more crystals. Yeah. Let's see a look at. Yes. Look at any more obstacles. Yeah. No. We're not stealing totems, and then we're dropping cards. It's very nice. Any more obstacles and or affirmations are in the flow. I think your ego right here is being your obstacle. Oh, here we go. No, ma'am. I know what you're doing. Okay, so you've done some work somewhere, perhaps even inner spiritual work, and we need to work on it a little bit more. That's where we're not listening to that spiritual calling. Yes, so you're being called to do some little bit spiritual work here. And don't worry, with the tower coming in, you don't listen to spiritual calling. I always like to say it, Spirit gives you little nudges. And if you don't listen to those nudges, you eventually get kicked in the ass. Your guys are going to come in and knock it out. Okay, guys, I need to apologize. The camera I have that I'm working with right now cuts off every 12 minutes. And it had cut off, and I didn't realize it because the sound came in later that it had cut off. And I had drawn a whole row and had explained it. So I want to come in now and explain that row to you. And I do apologize again. I am working on upgrading the equipment. I'm just using what I have at the moment. Okay, so what I had drawn for was the little earth kitten. So this is feeling loved and supported by the universe to start something new, which we have that new coming in over here that we were talking about. And so you do have the support and love of the universe and your higher self to go into that newness. But we are dealing with that feeling of overwhelm. So we are feeling that as we're beginning this new journey. So yeah, you're getting on that new journey, and that's where ego is in resistance. And that's where we need some healing done. So getting in alignment with your higher self means stop resisting. Stop resisting this new day. Trust your higher self. It knows what's best for you. Definitely have some trust in it. Okay, I know it feels overwhelming. Comfort and validate it. But yeah, have some faith. It's working out in your highest good. Definitely. Okay, so if you felt like this reading resonated with you, I hope it was helpful. I really appreciate a thumbs up that helps circulate my video out into the YouTube world. It's a great way to help me and support me. I really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you felt like this resonated with you, I would love to join my community. I'd love to have you. So hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. And also, if you felt this reading resonated with you and you would like to go into the extended reading, this was the Mystical Cat Tarot I did the original reading with, and also the theme of the week was done with the Messenger Oracle. I will be doing the extended reading, clarifying with the Tarot Familiars. And if you'd like to join that, that's for a very minimal fee. You can find that link in the description box below. So, I will either see you in the extended reading, or perhaps with one of the other totems, and or maybe the first Wednesday of the month with a chakra clearing, or other Wednesdays with the Seqkat's musings, or possibly the next tarot reading next week. Until next time, much love and light. Okay, so welcome if you chose the Wolf Totem. I've already cleared the cards from the other readings and have prepared them for you. Let's see what you have. Reveal your truth, and it's reversed, so this is like removing a mask. So we'll see what the cards have to say, but first guess what looking at that is perhaps you've been wearing a mask to fit in, please others, feel safer. Well, let's see what the cards have to say, and this is the theme of your week. Looks like you have some family support here. Perhaps we need to reveal our mask with our family. Let's see what we got. So we need more. Okay. And also, this has to do with abundance, hoarding. Usually when we're hoarding, we're not feeling abundant, we're in a little bit of fear or something here. You're dealing with someone that's a little on the greedy side. Maybe they're within your family, but this is family support here. Okay, we're getting some more here. We have the Sea Queen. This is like a nurturing father figure, so I don't know if this is playing a role with you here. And then here we've got the the priest card and the Hierophant, and it's reversed. So I like to see it personally reversed because this is like you're busting paradigmal beliefs, structured conditions, and you're kind of coming into your spiritual freedom. So removing that mask can be a becoming who you really are, and revealing who you really are, coming into that spiritual freedom. So I do like to see that. So that's looking pretty good. Oh, we got a couple more cards before we move on. We may be feeling somewhat unbalanced at the moment, but we are working towards a happily constructed card. We are working towards a happily ever after. So that's a good card to see. And I think coming into who you really are and revealing your truth will help you do that. So let's look at the progression of your week. Let's see here. A little bit more space over here. Lily, and you cannot have totems. This is Lily, and she likes to steal totems and crystals. Progression that week for this is May 3rd to May 9th, 2020. Here we go. Okay. So we got some guides knocking out some old stuff here. So what I see when the tower is reversed, something we've been hanging on to, need to let go. And it could be that wearing those masks, your guides are going to help you knock it right out. And here we're looking at a possible mother figure who could be nurturing and loving, but also this represents someone who's clairvoyant. No, ma'am. Someone who's clairvoyant. So this could be yourself, or perhaps a mother figure in your life, or someone that you know. Yeah, okay. There we go. I'm getting a story. Okay, so yeah, being who we really are. That's exactly what we need to do. This is leaping into the idealism of who you are, and this is like leaping for something of an egoic nature. We need to let that go and knock that out. And if you don't let it go and knock it out, your guides will. Have some faith here to be who you really are, because here we've got the Grace card. It can seem overwhelming and a little scary to do so, but you are being supported by the universe to do that. We're dealing with some like apathy, boredom, some lack of, maybe some detached feelings. Lily, stop! I do apologize. And then we also have the Death card here, which could also represent Scorpio, so I don't know if this is yourself or someone else you're dealing with. But we need to let something go that our ego's attached to. And it could be protecting ourselves and not revealing our truth. That could definitely be it. Or we could also be dealing with, Lily, you need to stop. We could also be dealing with mourning or loss here. So we'll see what more the cards come out to say to pinpoint to that, and also as well in the extended. Okay. So let's see what lessons you're learning this week, or perhaps you've already learned that are applicable to this week. Okay, this is going for your desires. Just make sure you're not a little too aggressive in pushing it. It's always good to move towards your desires. Your higher self calls you to your desires. That's the path you're supposed to be taking. It will feel like joy to you. So listen to that heart with a joy. So your lesson could be to move towards your desires or move towards them, but don't become too obsessed with it. We'll see whether the cards come. Then maybe expand on that. Okay, so we're being called with the Strength card here to have some courage and have some strength and trust and some faith. And that's revealing that truth, knocking that stuff out. It's a little tricky. If you've been wearing a mask for safety purposes, that's what most people do when they wear it, is for safety purposes. That can be a little bit scary here. And yes, you're being called to, it's a spiritual calling to come into your truth here. It definitely is a spiritual calling. And you are being called, and they're telling you that. We'll see if they have any more to say with this one. So seeing those cards with this one tells me it's more moved towards what you're desiring. Perhaps you're feeling that little twirl and desire in your heart to just be your truth and be who you are. If it's scary, comfort your ego, reassure it, validate it. We see the ego as a toddler, it needs that reassurance. And turn to your higher self and ask for help. And you've done some type of work here that you need to sit back a little bit and enjoy the fruit of that. The fruit of your labors there. And here we got the Ten of Earth here in reverse. So something that you were working on long term isn't quite turning out like what you thought it was going to be. And it could simply be wearing that mask, unveiling that truth, doing that for a long time. It's not going to take you to where you want to be. Because then it pulls you out of alignment. When you're wearing a mask that I'm this person, then these people are congregating with this person, but it's not who you really are. And you're feeling all wiggly and out of alignment. After a while, you just can't do it. And then those people are like, who are you? I don't know you. You're not the person that I'm aligned with. So long-term wise, it never works out. So you should always be being yourself. So that's what we're looking at there. So let's look at what help you're getting this week, whether it be an inner change of attitude or outside circumstances or other people. Assistance that's helping you this week. Ooh. Yeah. In the sky, we've hit rock bottom here. We certainly have. So that's you've gone through something kind of rough. And it's been hard and difficult, but the good news is it has come to an end. When you hit the full rock bottom, you only have one way to go, and that's up. So that is good. Well, the truth is having to come out now, and looking at this tower here playing a role there as well too. Have some faith. Things are working out. Lily. Okay, we got any more for help this week besides knowing that we hit the end? Okay, yeah, here we go. We have a little story here now. Okay, so this is Three of C in reverse. When it's Three of C in reverse, this is like you're not spending time with those that you're in a relationship with, whether it be family, friends, or romance partners or what have you, and it kind of can play a toll on the relationship and can kind of cause some distance and disintegration. And we need to do a little bit more research or learning and preparation for something that we're doing. And look at this, we're trying to get here, and this is showing signs of getting in alignment with our vibe tribe. And I'm not at all surprised to see that. So when we reveal a mask, we are usually with a group that we're not in alignment with, because we're just aligned with people that are aligned with a mask. When we become who we really are, then you really have a true opportunity to have people gravitate to who you really are, and then that's your vibe tribe, the people that are vibing as you. So this could be, it hasn't been working out with the people that weren't your tribe, and that's why the relationships disintegrated and fell apart, and you've hit the ultimate defeat and have seen that this is not working out, and you're not getting perhaps along with these people, which I would not be surprised. So we need to do a little research and preparation, more learning, so that you can get together with your vibe tribe. So that's the inner work that needs to be done. So I'd be surrendering to your higher self and asking for that courage and help with that. Okay, so I'm having issues with the camera cutting off at 12 minutes, but it doesn't make the shutter sound until long after that. So I'm here to fill in cards that were already drawn that I had discussed that were not getting recorded. I am working on upgrading my equipment very soon. Alright, so what was drawn here was the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And when we see that in reverse, that means that we're not working together for a common goal. We've got different personalities and that we're clashing with those personalities. And a lot of times when that happens, we have one or both parties trying to conquer the others to be like them. And that doesn't work. And that can play a role in that lack of the vibe tribe that we've been talking about here. So love allows, you have to allow yourself to be who you are, speak your truth, just like your card here says, and allow the other to be who they are. So you either have to accept the differences of each other and work together with the differences, or decide whether or not that you're just not compatible and see what you have to go from there. So you each have your own unique story here, so tune in and see how it best relates to you. I had also drawn here the sea kitten in reverse, and so yeah, we're having to let go of some like desires that, and it may have a little bit of grief, and they were like egoic desires, and it could be because you do get attached with the older tribe, even though it's not been working out. You do, the heart does get entangled and do some attachment there, so you have to let that go. So here you're being invited with the Moon card to adhere to your intuition, which we may have been discarding it. Your intuition is always telling you to be true to yourself and be true of yourself with others. And or we're not looking at the reflections of our own actions, and you're being called to do that. Also, the Moon card represents Pisces, whether or not that represents you or someone else you may be dealing with. As I do these readings to call on each person for how it will affect them, so tune in, you know who you are, if that's going to affect you that way. So yeah, these are your obstacles. We need to listen to that intuition. Alright, let's see. Any more cards in our obstacle flow? Okay, so we have definitely been feeling overwhelmed, not getting any help, and we definitely need to let that go. And we have been feeling very trapped and a little bit of egoic resistance to ask for that help from our higher guides, our higher self, higher guides, your angels, whatever your deities are. And you're not manifesting your desires when you're doing that. When ego's in resistance, it's definitely not manifesting desires. When you're out of alignment with who you are, that just pulls you right off your path. So that's all going back to being true to yourself on that one, definitely, for sure. And you are passionate about something, and you can have your passions, but we've got to become true to who we are. We've got to reveal those. And this one is inviting you to go within a little bit. The Hermit card here, and look within and spend some time with that higher self. Spend some time with those guides. Get your center, get your peace, get your self-confidence within yourself. We've been putting too much confidence in others. That's why we wear that mask, to feel safe with them. And also, depends on who you are. This is a Virgo card, so you may be that Virgo, or you may be dealing with the Virgo. Or dealing with it Virgo. Okay. So let's look at your general outcome for the week. Okay, there's no outcome for the week. We don't want to jump. No, I'm just kidding. They'll come. We're just going to hang. Your week this week is a cliffhanger. I kid. We'll get a jump. Yep. Oh my. We are really jumpy today. We're jumping in the thing here. Okay, so yep, we got some nightmares and visions coming to the forefront here that you're having to face. And taking that mask off, yeah. That'll do exactly that. And then we've got the Fire King in reverse here, so we haven't been successful on the path we're on. That just has not been working out for us. Goodness. You do have a true offer of love here. The way this reading is going, I take this as a true offer of self-love. Tune in, you know what your particular situation is, but I kind of get that from that. And yep, you've been riffing and rapping with people, and you see the feud here, and the cat's walking away. You're done. You're like, nope, I'm done. I've had enough of that. And yep, you brashly clashing here, not being able to navigate through challenges with ease. You're just clashing through and burning things down here. Things have not been working out. And or possibly, depends on who you are, if you're looking at moving residence, you could be looking at a delay. And yep, what we've been working for has not been good. Trying to do something and it's not being successful. Trying something new, we need to make a change. We need to take off that mask. Yep, and we need to come back into our power. You can even be dealing with someone that may be oppressive, or you need to come back into your power. And yep, here, when this is upright, you're talking to somebody who can't hear you. When it's reversed like this, it's just, you've got to choose love. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be love? Love allows. They're going to be different, you're going to be different. You don't have to change them to be like you. They don't have to change you to be like them. We shouldn't be giving up who we are to get along. You have to be yourself and be able to find a way to get along, everybody being themselves, and if it doesn't work out, sometimes you do have to move on. And yep, here we go. We got the floating cat, same as the hangman. Have to let these things go. You have to, these safeties that you want to cling to. Miss Lily, we are being a mess tonight. So yeah, that's what we're looking at there for your general outcome. So let me make sure there's no more cards there. I think that's pretty much the story there. So yeah, alright, so if this reading resonated with you, I hope it was helpful, and I would really appreciate a thumbs up, a like, because that really helps me get my video out to the YouTube world, and that really helps me, helps my channel grow, and really supports me, so I really appreciate that. And if you're new to my channel, and you like the reading, and would like to join the community, I definitely invite you to subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you know my next videos are up. And also, if you felt like this reading resonated with you, and you would like to join me for the extended reading, this was done with the Mystical Cat Tarot. The theme oracle card was done with the Messenger Oracle, and I will be clarifying with the Tarot Familiars in extended reading. In the extended reading, you will find its link in the description box below. It's for a very minimal fee that helps support me, and I really appreciate your support. So yeah, so I will either see you with the other totems if you did more of them, or perhaps with the extended reading, or at the first Wednesday of the month with the chakra cleansing, or the other Wednesdays with my series called Seqkat's Musings. So until next time, much love and light.